Before it was a symbol of the American South, it was a song in a stage show. But despite its unassuming origin, the song would rapidly gain popularity across the country in its time. This is the story of Dixie. Dixie is one of the most recognizable and historically complicated songs in the American tradition. It's a tune that became a symbol of an entire region, yet its beginnings are rooted in the world of 19th century entertainment, rather than faith or politics. The song was written in 1859 by Daniel Decatur Emmett, a musician who grew up in Ohio and spent much of his early life performing in traveling bands, circuses, and minstrel troupes. From this alone, we see a fundamental irony within the song, with it later becoming an anthem of the South, despite being written by a Northerner. At the time, Emmett was working in the minstrel tradition, as well as writing new numbers for the performances. He wrote Dixie as a closing number for one of these shows, known as a walk-around number, meant to be an energetic and memorable closer. It caught on immediately. The song's catchy refrains of "Look Away, Dixieland" and "Away Down South in Dixie" caught on quickly, spreading across the country and becoming one of the most popular songs of its time. It was so widely known that even Abraham Lincoln reportedly enjoyed the tune, calling it one of the best he had ever heard. But as the song spread, its meaning began to shift. It became a nickname for the American South itself. The political tensions driving this shift were reaching a breaking point. In a last-ditch effort to preserve the Union, Congress passed the Corwin Amendment on March 2, 1861, 2 days before the inauguration of Abraham Lincoln, which would have permanently protected slavery in states where it already existed. But the South's ambitions extended beyond preservation. They wanted the expansion of slavery into new territories. And so, despite this concession, the southern states seceded anyway, and during the Civil War, it took on an even deeper significance, eventually becoming the unofficial anthem of the Confederacy. This status was cemented when the song was played during the inauguration of Confederate President Jefferson Davis in February of 1861. This transformation of significance was far from planned. A song written for entertainment was reinterpreted as identity by the Confederacy. For Emmett, watching this transformation from Ohio must have been deeply uncomfortable. A Unionist by conviction, he had written the song as simply a closing number for a stage show, never intending it as a political statement of any kind. He is reported to have said, "If I had known to what use they were going to put my song, I will be damned if I'd have written it." Whether the quote is precisely accurate or not, its sentiment is telling. A songwriter watching his creation conscripted into a cause he opposed, powerless to reclaim it. It's one of the starkest examples in American music history of a song escaping its creator entirely. However, there's still one mysterious aspect of the song's creation: the name. The word Dixie itself had unclear origins. One theory traces it back to the Mason-Dixon line, the boundary drawn in 1767 by English surveyors Charles Mason and Jeremiah Dixon, which later became an informal dividing line between North and South. In this view, Dixie simply meant the region south of that boundary. An alternative theory links the term to Louisiana, where D, which is French for 10, appeared on $10 banknotes issued by a New Orleans bank. These bills were nicknamed Dixies, and over time, the name may have expanded to refer to the surrounding region. A third explanation, now widely regarded as more myth than fact, suggests the name came from a slave owner named Dix, or Dixie, in Manhattan, whose plantation was remembered by formerly enslaved people as Dixie's Land. Historians generally treat this version as folklore rather than fact, but it persisted in popular storytelling. Whatever its linguistic origin, the word Dixie was firmly established in Emmett's song, and once the Civil War began, that association became fixed in the national consciousness. What makes Dixie so significant goes beyond its melody and its nationalization of the word Dixie. Its significance comes from how quickly it shifted meaning. A minstrel stage number became a regional identity, then a political symbol, and eventually one of the most debated pieces of American musical history. In the end, Dixie's history shows how culture is formed, reformed, and remembered. How something written for entertainment can become something far larger and far more complicated than its comparably humble origin. The story of Dixie is of a rapid rise from comedic stage show to regional identity. But with the beginning of the bloody Civil War, the Union Army rose to put down the Confederate rebellion. And in the thick of grueling conflict, a new anthem emerged to unite the Union in sacred duty, the battle hymn of the Republic.
I wish I was in Dixie, hooray, hooray. In Dixieland I'll take my stand to live and die in Dixie, away, away, away down south in Dixie, away.